Wonderful. Thank you again, Madam President, for that incredibly insightful and inspiring response. We're now moving on to our next question from Hanen Nanaa. Hanen is a multi-award winning social entrepreneur, a war survivor, and refugee from Syria. She made Toronto her home in 2016. As a founder of the Book Arts Music Collective and a founding member of Waard Ward Collective, she has created powerful community hubs to empower youth and equity-deserving communities through policy, art, innovation, and community engagement. Currently, Hanen is a scholar in public policy, administration, and law at York University. She has served as a political advisor to several ministerial offices at the House of Commons and co-founded an international study on child and early forced marriages in internally displaced settings in Syria, which she presented at the 66th Commission on the Status of Women's NGO Forum in New York. What's your question for Madam President, Hanen?
Thank you so much, Nia and Justice. And it's so great to see everyone on the screen today. And I would like to start by saying, as a war survivor, I'm truly inspired by your leadership in, women health and issues, but also in peace building, Madam President. So thank you for spending the time with us tonight. We've heard about your impressive bio as Africa's first democratically elected female head of state. You led Liberia through the difficult process of reconciliation and recovery after a decade-long civil war and the devastating Ebola crisis. And these, of course, were incredibly challenging times, yet you achieved significant economic, social, and political progress. So my question to you, Madam President, is what were the key strategies and values that guided your leadership during such crises? And how can we as young women, leaders of today, apply these lessons in our own countries?
Hannah, first, let me salute you.
Thank you.
Because you're going through some difficult times right now, some very thoughtful times.
Thank you.
This is when your contribution, just through what you have done for your own personal achievement, but that also sends a story to many of those who know you, to many of those of your country, that there are those who have reached a place where when the country's ready, they are ready to serve. And I believe that we all pray that your country is coming very close to that point, and we'll be with you in prayers.
Thank you so much.
Now, when you talk to Syria, my own mind sort of drifts away because I remember, 2 decades ago, the kind of stories we saw and we see today. And I can just say that what you've done in promoting engagement, your achievement that you have shared with others, now is the time to build those bridges. Maintaining what you've done and your achievement, but now creating the networking that enable your group to spread a bit more, where your experiences can be felt, even if it's through communication and not necessarily community action, foreign community action, or return to home community action. Maybe not be the time for that, but the time for communicating, the time for sharing what you've been through, thereby bringing to those who are coming to restart their lives the same belief in themselves, the belief in the future, their belief in their own abilities to now be a part of a reforming movement. Mm-hmm. And so I just hope you bring that strength of character that you've shown in a sharing way to those who will reach out to you and learn from your experience. That's where you make a difference. That way you strengthen them. You enable them to take the risk that you no longer have to take. You've already passed that, but they will need you. They will need your experience to build their own strength and their own courage to see this new environment as an opportunity so they can one day be like you. They don't have to leave, but they can build that community spirit in their return. All the best to you.
Thank you so much. And I will hold this advice very dearly. Thank you.